I've invited the wonderful David Gourlay out to my home, my new home. We've been here for about 2 months because I have lots of beautiful land and I want to make the most of the land. I've done a little bit of research about soil biology, and it seems that it's the most important thing to recognise soil science wise. Your company, SoiLife Group, is basically leading this revolution in terms of sustainable gardening and living when it comes to soil.
Well, thank you, Katie, for the invite. Kobe, we manufacture soil builders, and this product is liquid. It's easy to apply. You can just put it in your watering can, 250 ml to 10 litres of water, so it's not a big amount that you need to put in there. And if you apply it once a fortnight on your garden, over your veggies or fruit trees, whatever, around your fruit trees or whatever you're trying to grow, and this product supplies over 70 trace minerals, amino acids, vitamins and nutrients for the plant to take up. You have an area here from the top of your soil to about 75 mil depth is predominantly organic matter. And then we have this hard pan, the beginning of the hard pan, where there's been a collapse of the clay structure in your soil. Through heavy traffic or walking, or it starts to compress the clay component of the soil, and the clay component then collapses into a hard and creates a hard pan. When you apply the microbes at the top here, they work their way down because this bundled group of microbes doesn't like light, and they try to get away from the light. So they end up burrowing through this hard pan and breaking it up and forming it back into a structured part of this soil profile. The clay component is very important because it has little platelets, and in those platelets in the clay it is negatively charged, and the trace minerals are positively charged, so they are attracted into that platelet. Now also the roots are attracted in there as well, because that is where the food is for the plant. Wow. And it's called the pantry in clay terms. So when it's structured, there's those little platelets. The microbes go in there because that's where their food is going to be as well, and that's where this whole pantry situation is, where the plants are feeding the microbes and the microbes are feeding the plants.
Symbiotic relationship.
Yes,
wow.
Exactly.
Okay, excellent.
And of course, now that we've got the carbon issue on hand through climate change, it's being able to now move the carbon that you're applying up here, which might be through mulch and composting and through our products as well, that it works its way quickly down to the 30 centimetres, where the carbon then can be stored for 100 years.
Wow, okay. I've been currently supporting local farmers and growers in the area just to keep the vegetables as nutrient rich as possible, and you were talking about that with me earlier. How are my vegetables going to benefit from SoiLife products in terms of nutrient density?
Okay. So if we take these tomatoes for starters, tomatoes require 40 different nutrients, trace minerals, elements and so forth. And when that tomato has all of the nutrients that it needs, you can place it on the shelf and it should sit there for a couple of weeks without deteriorating, without getting rot spots on it and everything else. Okay, well, when you apply the soil builder, that opens up the texture of the soil and crumbs, the microbes crumb up the soil so that it increases the permeability. So this is a really good indicator of microbial action, and you can see how the crumbing of the soil is happening, and there's an aeration, so there's lots of air through the structure. The texture of the soil is opened up. Because our air is 75-78% nitrogen, this is all full of nitrogen, where the plants like this can access the nitrogen through the microbial action again. And of course these roots have coatings on the roots where the microbes are living, and they're feeding the plants nutrients, and then the plants convert that nutrient to a carbohydrate after the sun shines on the leaf, send it back down to feed the microbes.